But now we're going to move back over to Europe, across the world again, to hear from Elien Rouw. Elien is the president-elect of the Academy of Breastfeeding Medicine, and she's speaking to us from Germany. So over to you, Elien.
Thank you so much, Julie. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening around the world. My name is Elien Rouw, as Julie mentioned. I'm specialized on healthy childcare, living and working in Germany. I am president-elect of the Academy of Breastfeeding Medicine, a global physician organization, and member of the National Breastfeeding Committee of Germany, mother of 3 and grandmother of 2 breastfed children. And I'm honored to be asked for the testing stage of this tool and to comment at this event for this wonderful tool. And as a physician, I have been practicing for more than 30 years, and I'm a long-time passionate supporter of breastfeeding. In the past decades, it was often difficult to make visible the value of breastfeeding. All too often, we talked about the advantages, and mostly voluntary breastfeeding supporters did help mothers to start and continuing breastfeeding. However, for many mothers, healthcare workers, and politicians, breastfeeding and human milk seemed only to be an extra, a nice to have, where the normal formula feeding would be enough. This has changed very slowly, thanks to the work of such wonderful scientists as Julie and others. And the value of breastfeeding and human milk becomes more and more visible. We don't talk anymore about the advantages of breastfeeding. It's the normal, the standard infant and young child feeding. And the use of formula feeding has considerable risks for both mothers, child, and society. In the medical field, we are finding more and more data for what should have been obvious from the beginning. Breastfeeding is the default setting for mothers and children in all aspects: nutrition, immune system, hormonal transition, and bonding. But we are looking further now. We also see the economic value of breastfeeding, also thanks to this wonderful research. And I'm very, very grateful to this new tool to make visible what should have been evident from the beginning. Breast milk, breastfeeding do have a huge economic value. To be honest, I'm not very computer savvy, but this tool was very accessible for me. It did work, which is very important for me right from the beginning. And I think that is from a practical point of view of distributing this tool, it's very important that it is very easy to manage, because only at this way it will be distributed easily to parents and so. And as Julie mentioned, breastfeeding is not only about love, it's a major economic contributing, and we will see it now. We can put a number on it now, not only to the own wallet of the persons who are breastfeeding, but also to that of the nation, in avoiding costs of illness for mother and children, and not contributing to costs of environmental damage. Adriano Cattaneo mentioned it already in the chat. I think this is also the environmental damage of non-breastfeeding is also adding to these immense costs of not breastfeeding through the wasting of resources and pollution. It is so empowering to know for parents what they are contributing in this field, letting them know that it is worth what they are doing. And it gives the parents a feeling of pride, making it worth it. Even, and I think that is, it's an encouraging tool for personal parents, even if breastfeeding is not always easy, but it is, it's worth it. And you can even put a number on it. Of course, and that is already emphasized by others, it can be used by policymakers. And I will be very glad to introduce this tool at the German National Breastfeeding Committee. We are here discussing a lot about investing in breastfeeding. And I think that never a better return on investment will be made as in breastfeeding support, in paid breastfeeding support, in training, in information for parents, and in support of breastfeeding. Of course, I will also share it at the Academy of Breastfeeding Medicine. Many of our members are key in their respective countries in policy making. And so I hope this tool will find its way. My congratulations to the whole team who invented this tool, and I wish this tool a very, very happy future. May it distributed widely. And I used to give breastfeeding and human milk the visibility of the value it actually has. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elien. And I should say that we're deeply appreciative of all the people who've tested the tool. It's helped improve it and make it as accessible and exciting as it is.